The movie I chose for this week is Cafe, starring the very beautiful Jennifer Love Hewitt. The film is predominantly set in one location, the cafe, and all stories converge on the baristas, Claire played by Jennifer Love Hewitt and her co-worker Todd played by Daniel Eric Gold. All the patrons and the cafe's workers are dealing with life challenges. Todd is struggling to tell his co-worker Claire that he loves her, Claire is dealing with an abusive boyfriend, and some featured customers such as Glenn played by Jamie Kennedy may be involved in gang activities. All stories intersect and build to a climax. The story is heavily infused with strong themes of spirituality. This feels like a small TV movie. Jennifer Love Hewitt was in between Ghost Whisperer and The Client List, and she managed to squeeze in a small independent film. She also dated Jamie Kennedy briefly, and I think this film was made during that time period. This is also Mark Elbrum's second film to date. He is an independent filmmaker that tries to make films that illuminate, inspire, and uplift audiences. At the heart of the film, there is a character who is always at the cafe with his laptop. A young girl appears on his computer screen one day and informs him that he and everyone else in the cafe are avatars in a virtual world that she has created. And of course, he doesn't believe her at first, but then things start to happen exactly as she says it will. In an interview, Mark Elbum said, "Ultimately, it becomes a conversation with the creator, an allegory. She wants him to do something and he asks her why. She doesn't make him and she explains she has built free will into the program. There's nothing explicitly religious or spiritual, but ultimately it is a meditation on a conversation with God." I found the movie to be pretty interesting. I liked a lot of the characters in this film. There was a very eerie threat to the whole place which made me feel really uneasy, and I think that's credit to the writer-director, the performance of Jamie Kennedy, and of course to the performance of Jennifer Love Hewitt. Having the whole film set in one location generates a really interesting mood to the film, kind of like Rear Window, kind of like I guess Clerks in a G-rated kind of way, if that makes sense. Jennifer Love Hewitt is fantastic in this movie. She has a very strong authoritative quality, and I think she brings up the film quite a few levels, considering the film is a very low-budget movie. The ending of the film was a big stretch for me, and I think just the religious themes of it and the supernatural element that comes into the film, I won't get into it and spoil it, but for a small budget film and a feel-good movie, it's not too bad of a stretch, I guess. I think the director Mark Elbum has some really interesting skill. My favorite scene of the movie is when an employee keeps calling a mobile phone and he discovers someone's real identity in the shop. There is no dialogue there, and there is a moment that passes and it's handled with great skill, and I think Mark Elbum's talent is really showcased in that one particular scene. Overall, if you're a Jennifer Love Hewitt fan and you're in the mood for a uplifting feel-good movie, then I highly recommend Cafe.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.